Good morning, traders. Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you are all doing great. Time now is around 6:40, and today is 14th of June, which is a Wednesday, right? So we'll see what levels we are going to trade today in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and what has happened to US market and how US Asia Pacific markets are trading now, right? So US futures, in spite of interest rate, not interest rate, inflation data coming out at 4%. Still, in spite of 10 consecutive interest rate hike, interest rate inflation is at around 4%. Now, you have to remember that US Federal Reserve is having a target of around 2%. So still 4% means that the likelihood of increasing 25 basis point or maybe even more is on the way. That is what I believe, right? And that is what the market participants are believing. That is why you are seeing, in spite of this news inflation data coming out yesterday, US markets did not react too much. In fact, if you see the US market, all three indices, that is the Nasdaq and Dow Jones, all were up by less than 0.5%, almost 0.5%, on an average 0.5%. And the US VIX has dropped to around 2.666. And as I talk to you, US futures are all in the red. Dow Jones is down by around 86 points. S&P 500 is down by 1.8, around a flat rate, and Nasdaq is also flat, right? So this news has been factored into or priced into, and SGX Nifty is showing a gap up of around maybe 38 or less than 30 points, yeah, around 37 points gap up. Now this gap up is going to be sold into is what I think. Now yesterday's price action, if you see all three indices, all three major indices, which is Nifty, Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty, last half an hour we saw a rally in all three indices, and almost all three indices hit yesterday's high, closed more than yesterday's high, which is around 18,718 for Nifty, and Nifty Fin Nifty closed around 19,469, and Bank Nifty closed at around 44,079, right? So we might gap up, we might not gap up much, we might gap up, but I believe that this gap up will be sold into, since we are not having positive global cues. In case the US markets are all in the green or US futures are all in the green, we might be going on the higher side. But what we see here is US futures are all flat, and even Asia Pacific is kind of mixed. Everything is flat. So you will have to wait for our markets to open. So or whatever news which has been into, or whatever news there was in terms of inflation rate is being factored into. Now the next question comes, or the next question is whether the Federal Reserve is going to increase the interest rate or not, is what market participants are expecting. Now everyone wants the Federal Reserve to pause the interest rate. Now if they pause the interest rate, we might go on the higher side. Markets may touch all-time high, but if they are not pausing and if they are increasing the interest rate, which is hypothetical, if they increase the interest rate by 25 basis point or let's say 50 basis point, we are going to see a drop in, whole global markets. So that is my perspective about the market. I may go wrong, I may go right, but whatever happens, we'll have to see how we are trading, how we can trade and come out of the trade with profit is our whole objective here as a trader, right? So we'll see how things pan out. And if you see in terms of this open interest, we are seeing a contra view both on Nifty and Bank Nifty. So I told yesterday that Bank Nifty is having a bearish perspective and Nifty is having a bullish perspective, which means there are a huge number of calls being written at Bank Nifty and there are huge number of puts being written at Nifty, right? So people expect Nifty to go on the higher side and Bank Nifty opposite is happening. People expect Bank Nifty to come on the downside. So you'll have to be very careful. Like I told yesterday, morning also markets are going to be very choppy and it is going to be very range bound, and that is what has happened. In fact, Nifty has traded between 18,600 to 18,700 range. Bank Nifty has traded whole day long 44,000 to around 44,100, and Nifty has traded between Fin Nifty has traded between 19,400 to 19,500 levels, right? So in terms of open interest, if you see, huge number of calls and puts are being written, right? If you see on the put side, 18,700 is having the highest open interest from 18,700 all the way to 18,300, 18,000, 18,500 is a very strong support as we were talking, and 18,500 is having the highest open interest in terms of put option, and in terms of call option 18,700 to 19,000 is having the highest call option. And in fact, yesterday was a day where people have returned 18,700, a huge number of 18,700 put option, not a huge number but significantly good number of put option, which means people believe that the market Nifty might not go on the downside. But if you see the opposite, Bank Nifty, exactly opposite is happening. People have written huge number of call options, right? So from 44,000 all the way till 44,500 and even 45,000, people have written huge call option. That's why I'm saying they are having a contra view in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. So markets are going to be choppy today also. Markets are going to be volatile today also. Since today night, we are waiting for US Federal Reserve to come out with the interest rate hike. And the main question is whether they are going to increase the interest rate or pause the interest rate is going to be the main objective or main thing we will have to note in terms of US Federal rate decision hike, right? So we'll wait and see. So if you are having any position, maybe better you square off today, or if you are an expert trader, of course you can carry forward all your trades today. So we will see how things pan out. And last but not the least, what we believe in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty and Fin Nifty is that Bank Nifty might trade again between Bank Nifty might trade again between 44,000 to around 44,200. I don't see it is going above 44,200, and Nifty trading between the range of 18,600 to 18,700 range, right? So SGX Nifty as of now, let me check one more time. SGX Nifty as of now is just 37 points, which means it is going to open flat or maybe it is going to gap down. So we'll see how things pan out. FIAs are net buyers and DIAs are net sellers, as you may know. So nothing to worry. Hold your position, hedge your position, and I hope I have summarized everything. I'll see you in today's evening video. Till then, take care and happy trading.